I'm Judy with Amazing Trails Yoga here in St. Louis, Missouri with my Aunt Karen doing yoga for seniors. And I'll have Aunt Karen introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Aunt Karen. I've lived in St. Louis all my life. I'm 78 years old. I am excited to try this video with my niece. It'll be something very memorable and very loving to have something that she's sharing with me. So something so personal. I have my history is was a nurse for 46 years, and in spite of me having polio when I was 7 years old, I did lose my ability to stand and walk for a period of time, but I was able to get by without any paralysis. So it's something very important to keep working on. I have to keep working on balance and strengthening. So this will be a big asset for my life. Thank you, Judy.
You're welcome. And there is a bonus for balance and leg work at the end of the video. This video is for everybody. We're basically in a chair. There'll be no mat work, no standing except the bonus part. And if you're ready, let's begin. So place your hands on your knees and we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So we lean our shoulders forward, or our shoulders backwards, these front shoulders forward on the inhale. Exhale back, we're rounding the spine. Inhale, coming forward, our chest forward, our chins forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Very good. We're sitting upright, the crown of our head coming up toward the sky. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, be aware of the breath. And exhale. Take your fingertips to your right shoulder. And we're going to make big circles with our elbows going backwards and forward. Opening up the shoulders, the rotator cuffs. Good. We're in sync together. Very nice. And we're going the other way. Bring your elbow back and around. Back and around. Back and around. And when you bring your elbow up, we're going to touch our shoulder blade in the back. Take your left hand to your elbow. Maybe you can pull it back a bit. Give yourself a nice stretch. I'm bringing my arm around behind, wherever it's good for you. Very nice. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Releasing, we'll place our hands on our knees. We'll do cat-cows again. So we're inhaling, bringing our shoulder blades back. Exhale, our navel to our spine, chin to chest. Inhale, forward. Cat-cow, we're just loosening up the spine. Exhale. Very important as we age to have a flexible spine. We're inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. Sitting upright, take your left hand to your shoulders and we'll bring our elbow around behind and forward. Big circles, lovely. Beautiful. Around, feels really nice. We'll go the other direction. So we're bringing our elbows forward in a big circle. Beautiful. Great. And last time, when we bring our elbow up, we'll pat ourselves on our backs. Take your right hand up and over to your elbow. Maybe you could pull it back a little bit further. Whatever you can reach is good. Everyone's different. Beautiful. And release.
This has been especially helpful because I did have a rotator cuff repair. So this is a good exercise to keep staying local with it.
Good, great.
That was years ago, but it never gets too old to keep, or new to try to keep trying to stay on top of everything.
Take your fingertips. Thank you, Aunt Karen, so much. 46 years in nursing. She knows her business. Maybe your fingertips can touch behind our heads. We're going to open our elbows and bring your elbows together, bringing your navel to your spine, rounding your back. And we're opening on the inhale. Your elbows don't have to touch whatsoever. Exhale forward. Inhale back, opening up. And exhale forward. Very nice. With our hands back on our knees, sitting nice and upright. We're going to look up to the sky. A little bright out. I'm closing my eyes. Forward, stick your nose forward, and you're going to drop your chin to your chest. From here, we'll do a head roll over to the left. And drop our chins down. A head roll over to the right. And drop your chin down. Again to the left. And down. And over to the right. And down. Very nice. With our hands together in prayer, you're going to interlace your fingers. Bring your arms up, overhead. Take a deep breath. This is good, just as it is. And we're going to lean over a little bit to the right. And up, and over to the left. And up. We'll do that one more time. We're over to the right. And up. And over to the left. And up. And you can continue with this. If you have someone right next to you like I do, you can bring your arms down. We're going to inhale inhale both arms back up. Yep, back up. And we're going to lean over to the right. I'm putting my arm, or you can bring your left arm down. I'm putting my head on Aunt Karen's shoulder. It's always nice. This is party yoga, to be together, to be united. You can have your head on your right shoulder. Good. Maybe on my hand. I feel your ear. Looking up toward the sky, our chins up. And looking forward and down. Beautiful. And forward. And we'll come back up. Bring both arms up to the sky. And we're going to lean over to the left, and you can put your arm on me. Maybe your head comes to my shoulder or close to it. Beautiful. So important for our human connection. We're looking up toward the sky. If no one's near you at the time, just have your arms up toward the sky and to the side. Looking forward and down, our chins down, opening up our necks. And looking forward and up. Beautiful. With our hands together. Now we're going to shoot our fingers forward. Open up our chest out to the sides. Now take your right arm and you're going to bring it over your left. Cross it over. Give yourselves a nice hug. There we go. You're opening up your shoulder blades, your arms. Bring them forward and expand out to the side as far as you can go. You could touch me, that's fine. And take your left over your right. We're crossing our arms, giving ourselves a nice hug. And we'll do that again. We're opening up, so forward and open wide. And your right arm comes over your left. Give yourselves a nice hug. And then back, we're opening up. Great.
I can tell that I have not done a lot of upper strength. I just worked on lower strength. So this is good to do something like this.
Yes, very important. And your left crosses over your right. Good. And hands to prayer. And you can continue doing this. We're going to open up, and I'm showing you the power of hugging. So open up wide, Aunt Karen. So we're opening up wide. And then when you give someone a hug, you can feel your back opening up. Open up. There we go. Oh, you're good. And the other way. And open up and come to heart center. And hugs are so good for many, many reasons. Just opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Beautiful.
In oncology, I used to do a program called hug therapy. So hugs are good for very many ways.
Yes. And we're looking up to the sky, straight ahead and down. Placing our hands on our knees, we're looking straight ahead. Look over your right shoulder to the center, left shoulder, center, and we'll do another cat-cow with your hands on your knees. We're inhaling our chest forward, our hearts forward. Exhale back, rounding the spine. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Coming to prayer with the crowns of our heads up toward the sky. We're going to open up our arms again, coming forward. Our palms are up. Very nice, just like we did. And then we're going to bring them in front again. Cross your right over your left. And this time you're winding your arms around. We're coming into eagle wrap. Going to inhale your fingertips up toward the sky. Exhale down. Again, we could feel our shoulder blades opening. Inhale up. Exhale down. Very good. Inhale up. And exhale down. Unwinding into prayer. We'll take our fingertips forward, open our arms up, palms up toward the sky. Very nice. And bring them back again. Your left is over your right. We're going to wound our arms around each other in eagle wrap. Okay, now we're lifting our fingertips up. You could bend your elbows, right? And come down. Good. Inhale up. Beautiful. And come down. Very nice. And on the way up, you're going to take your left arm forward and cross it over your body. Your right hand can make a little crook and pull your arm forward, or closer to your body rather. Nice stretch. Great. Then your left arm will come forward, your palm toward the front of you. So your palm is, there you go. Take your right hand and you're going to take your fingertips and pull it backwards a bit. Nice stretch. Great. How does this feel?
Feels good.
Yeah. Then you're going to take your hand so your palm is facing you and gently just tug your hand forward a little bit. Good. And hands to our knee. We'll take our right arm forward, cross it over. Your left arm is going to come from underneath. Make a little crook like a hook and pull it back a bit. Good.
As you see, I have not practiced for this video. I'm watching Judy.
Yes, this is our first time doing this whole one together. Yes. And taking your right arm forward, your palm toward the front of you. Your left hand, you're going to just tug your fingers back, give your wrist a nice little stretch. This is the real us.
the real us.
And take your palm towards you and give yourself a nice little gentle hug, or tug. Hug too if you want, but a nice tug. And down. We're going to take our left hand to the outside of our right thigh, our right knee, and just look over your right shoulder. Nice little spinal twist. And coming forward, we'll take our right hand to our left side. Look over your left shoulder. And looking forward. You're going to take your right leg and cross it over your left. Is the table in your way a little bit? Okay. There we go. Now a little deeper stretch. Take your left hand to the outside of your right thigh, right knee. I'm going to look over your right shoulder. Yeah. Do you feel this a little bit differently, Aunt Karen?
I do. It's amazing. Just little something could make it feel different.
And looking forward. And if you're able, otherwise stay right like this. We're going to lean forward. If you're able to open your leg up a bit so your leg is still crossed over. Yep. There we go. And this is fine just like this if you want to lean forward a bit. Feel a deep stretch and just breathe into it.
I feel it in the that posterior quad area.
Yes, exactly. Getting ready for a little leg work with the bonus. Just take a nice breath in. Out. We drove 1,000 miles to come visit Aunt Karen and Uncle Conrad. And we're coming up. We're going to put our right leg down. Yep. And cross your left leg over your right. If not, just do this seated as is. We all can modify. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Look over your left shoulder. Beautiful. And coming forward, you could stay like this, or perhaps you could open your leg a little bit more. That's great. And stay here, lean forward, whatever suits you. Everybody's different. 78 years old and everyone's at a different level.
As you can see, a difference in how far the knee goes down on 78 versus my niece. Progress rather than perfection.
Exactly. And we're coming up. Okay, at this point you're going to put your legs, your feet on the leg rest or whatever you have with you. So wait a little bit. Good. And Aunt Karen takes really good care of her health. My mom passed at 79, and some people are still hiking and biking or whatever they do, and Aunt Karen just...
We enjoy going out and being around with our family and grandkids, and we walk around. Well, in fact, while Judy and Brian were here, we went and walked around the arch ground. So
yeah, she keeps
I'm
very
glad I can
active.
still do stuff like that. And
Right.
take my grandson to the park or to the zoo.
And all her friendships and faith keep her going, and family, all that love, it really helps a whole lot. So while your feet are on the rest, or maybe your feet are down lower on a rest, whatever's good for you, we're going to point. So there we go. So point and flex, and point and flex, and point and flex. Very good. You might want to separate your knees a little bit. We're going to make little ankle circles one way, getting to these legs.
As you can see, I've kept shoes on. These are special shoes to help me with balance and strengthening because they're through the Diabetic Association. And I've always been in control post being diagnosed, but it really helps in having these type of shoes to help keep my feet comfortable with neuropathy.
We're going the other way. Thank you for adding all this info all the time. Love you to pieces.
The feeling is ditto, as I tell her.
And resting your feet, you're going to lean forward towards your flexed feet. It does not matter how far down you go. Wow, touching your toes. You could touch your ankles, your shins, whatever you like, but we're leaning forward, Paschimottanasana, a forward fold. Just breathe, enjoy this. And coming up, you're going to cross your right leg over your left. Yep. And we're leaning forward again. You'll feel a little differently on this one. Little different pulls. Just breathing. And coming up, we're going to uncross your feet and your left will come over your right. And even if your feet aren't up, you could just lean forward as we are. Beautiful.
I'm feeling a little cramp in my right upper leg, but I'm trying to stretch it and deal with it.
Okay. I think that cramp will go away with the balance and leg work we're going to be doing pretty soon. And coming up and uncross your legs. I'm just going to windshield your feet back and forth. Maybe this will help with the cramp a little bit. Does that help a tiny bit? Getting some oxygen flow into your ankles and your feet. And coming to stillness, we could take our feet back down. Beautiful. And our palms together. We'll do one more cat-cow, so your hands are on your knees. Bringing our chest forward on the inhale. Exhale our chest back, chins down. Coming forward. We're coming back up, our hands together in prayer. And thank you so much for joining us for Yoga for Seniors here in St. Louis. And stay tuned for a bonus for balance and leg work if you like. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much, Aunt Karen. I love you. Namaste.
Thank you, Judy. May you all have a wonderful day, and thank you for being on my maiden voyage.
A little bonus balance and leg work. Make sure you have something to hang on to. It does not matter what it is. And we're lifting our right leg up. We're flexing our foot and pointing. Flex and point. And if you're still in your chair, flex and point. You may be able to do a lot of this in your chair. So we're flexing and pointing. Flexing and pointing. We're making circles one way. Big circles with our toes, our feet. Perfect. And the other way. Great. One more time around. And we'll come back. Take your left leg up and you're flexing first and pointing. Flex and point. Flex, point. Flex, point. This strengthens the shins. Flex and point. And the calves. It does so much in one moment. And we're circling. Beautiful. Any pace that you like. And the other side, the other direction. Great. And bringing your feet together. Our toes are pointing forward. We're going to stand up on our balls of our feet, actually. We say toes, but we're not standing on our toes. And down. We'll do that for 8. So it's up for 2 and down. How we doing, Aunt Karen?
This is an exercise I try to do at my kitchen sink sometimes.
There you go. You can do it any time of day. Good. I think we're on number 5, 6, 7, and 8. Really good. Now we're going to take our heels out to the sides and our toes are diagonally toward each other, and we'll do that for 8. Yeah? So a little more awkward. We're coming up for 1 and down. Up and down. How does this feel?
Different, a little more unbalanced, but
Yes.
it's good because I've never done this one before.
Ah. And down. And 4 more. Awkward is good. 6 and down. So much fun when you do it with someone or following on YouTube.
I was just thinking that.
And 1 more time. Good. Now we'll bring our heels together and our toes are going to come out diagonally. All set? And we're lifting our heels up and down. Up. Have you ever done this?
Not done this one either.
Good. I always like to be a little bit different. Coming up for 4.
Well, it's good to do some things that you're familiar with, so you don't, and then do things that are a little more challenging and new, so you don't get into a rut and don't concentrate well.
Definitely. And coming up. And 1 more time. Up and down. Now our feet are going to be parallel to each other. We're going to come down toward a squat. Doesn't matter how far you come down. So your knees come forward and you're going to stand up. And we come down and up. Down and up. How's that?
It's interesting, it's good, because I know when I do from a chair to a standing, I have to concentrate in keeping the knees parallel and not have one go into the other for balance.
So this is great. Good to know. We'll do it 2 more times. And on the last one, we're going to stay here and we're just going to pump. This is a little bit harder because when we stand, we're just getting a tad bit of a rest without even realizing it. How does this feel? You feel this on your legs, maybe a little heat?
In my calf.
And burning?
Yes, in the calves.
And we're coming up. And let your legs breathe. Take a nice breath in. And out. Now when we say in yoga, we heel toe our legs apart. So you're going to heel. So take your heels apart. Yep, kind of like you're dancing, and then your toes apart. And then heels apart. Yep, and then toes. So our feet are a little bit wider. Okay, did you feel that? Okay, and hang on. You're coming down. And this is more of a wide-legged goddess squat, and we're coming up. We'll do that for 8 times. Coming down and up. And then stopping, when we come down for 4 times, we're going to lift our heels, if that's possible. If not, just stay right on your heels. So we come down, you're lifting up your heels for 1, and drop your heels on the way up. 2, how's that?
Challenging, but good.
3, and up, and 4, and up. Very nice. Now we're coming into the goddess squat. You're lifting up your right heel. And we're going to bounce for 4, for 1, 2, 3, 4. Lower your heel and stand. And now we're coming back into the goddess squat. Lift up your left heel and we'll pump. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lowering your heel, we'll come back up. Take a nice breath in. How are we doing?
Feeling it in the quads.
We'll do that
right
one more time. So we're coming down into the goddess squat. Lift up your right heel. Pump for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. And come down into the goddess squat. Lift your left heel. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Beautiful. And we'll toe heel our feet back. Maybe we could shake our legs a little bit. That might feel nice. Good. And we're going to take your right foot forward. So maybe you can hold on to this. Okay, so your right foot is forward. And this is a lunge. You don't have to come all the way into a deep lunge. Good. Yep, and just lean forward and up. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Down. You're doing so well. Down.
Have a good teacher.
And up.
You do
Great.
too out there.
And then when we come down, we're just gonna stay down for a minute. Not a whole minute, just take a nice breath down and come back up. Good. We're going to switch feet any way that's comfortable for you. So your left leg comes forward. And you're right-handed and you're holding on to your left with your left.
Right.
Which is okay, maybe a little more challenging. Bend your left knee, we're leaning forward. And we're coming up. So these are nice little lunges. You don't have to come so far down. Any minute movement helps for your mobility, range of motion. Airplanes going overhead. So you have airplanes here too in St. Louis.
Oh, we do. Yeah. That's how we get back and forth to New York. Some people travel by car, and some people travel by plane.
And on the last one, we're just leaning forward, taking some nice breaths. And back. We'll come back into standing. We have one more for you. So our feet are parallel. Just take a nice little breath. You could do this anytime you want, even multiple times a day. And we're coming down into this squat, just a low, not too low, however way you want. And you're opening your knees now and close. So we open and close. Open and close. Open and close. How's that?
Interesting again.
Open. We're just opening our knees and closing. Open and close.
Oops, I've been going up.
Oh, you've been going up. Okay.
So I've been cheating.
Not necessarily. Whatever works for you. Which is harder?
Stand down. So I'm up now.
Okay, standing down. Very, very nice. Okay, so we're just holding on, taking a deep breath. Beautiful. You can cross your right leg over your left. And just take a little bow. We don't have to come all the way down. Just a little bow, a little bit stretch. Great. And coming up. And we'll cross the left over right. Little bow. Nice. And just for fun, our left is over our right. Why don't we just make a little curtsy? Here we go. And we are done. Thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe. Come and see Aunt Karen more and more do this. You'll feel really good. And we love you.
It does feel really good after all that. Believe it or not, it really does. It feels good stretches, and I had a little cramp, but it worked its way out without any problem. And I sincerely thank Judy for having me do this with her.
And thank you for doing it with me, putting up with me.
We love you.
We love you. Namaste.